Well, I did have to take the driver's side transmission rubber mount off. It's one bolt that goes into the aluminum mount. If you can see it, this is that one that's way down there. Just the rubber one off. Other than that, she went in there relatively easy. I don't by myself, so it was no big deal. Put a jack underneath the rear transmission, slid right in there, lowered it down, lined up bolts, and let it set in. So now she's on all four mounts, all by herself. So I'll start plugging stuff in and finding stuff that I missed, and then yeah, we'll start looking at how to get the exhaust. I think that's 3-inch. Get that exhaust down, and probably, I don't know. I don't have a lift, so I can't build the exhaust very well. But and we'll also do get the front end put back together and start looking at cold piping and all kinds of fun stuff. Anyway, I have an intercooler that I want to put on here, but I don't know if it's going to work out. It's right here. Takes air in there and cools it. It's got an in and out. It's kind of narrow. I don't know if it'll work or not. It's a little bit different thing. It came with some kit I ordered and I can't remember what. Anyway, very happy. Got my stuff in. I'm not going to put the axles in until front drive axles until I get everything all buttoned up, kind of, because before I start routing exhaust. But I'll put in before I start routing exhaust, make sure we're clear there. But I just don't want to put stuff together that is in advance of what needs to happen. First thing I need to do is get that timing set. Not set, but snugged up. And then yeah, just get stuff plugged in. So yeah, we're in a good spot. I didn't show you this. So this oil pan, the replacement oil pan that I ordered. This car does not have an oil temperature deal. I mean oil level sender. So it didn't have anything to plug in here. So when I ordered this pan, it was a universal pan, but I had to order this. It was like $9, but it's a cool little seal. So there's that. I put that in there. Yeah, looking good, looking pretty good. Coming together. We'll get her together. I'm getting excited to hear her run. So there's that. Good looking car. Well, got some cool stuff in. I was gonna make this, but I decided just to order it because I might need it more in the future. Integrated engineering tool. So I can do this now. Get that tension properly. We got some, I think this is 3-inch stainless 45 for my down pipage. Do some cutting and welding and tacking on that, get that going. I brought the core in. I'll get it cleaned up a little bit and maybe get it temporary back on once I get all these belts on and my tensioner on. Then I can plug that back up because there's nothing else I need to work on in the front. And that'll let me see. I ordered supposed to be for this engine and smaller turbo, so it's only 2-inch pipe. I don't know if it's a work or not. It's supposed to be a bolt on, so we'll see. It's kind of thin. It's better than nothing. I might have to do something different, but we'll see. See how it works. Again, with this, the kit's so inexpensive. You know, in with these pipes, see if they'll get me close to where I want to be. I got some to modify so I can build whatever I need. And then I also got a kit from Mamba for the oil and water lines. And I can clock this guy, get him locked down, and then I'm debating on whether I'm going to put just do hoses on this or if I want to weld a V-band on it. I'm not sure. I don't have an aluminum V-band, but I can get one. So I think I might order an aluminum V-band and see if I want to weld it on there. So anyway, we'll get the pipes on, get this guy on. I still got to put my axles in, my front axles, and then lock down the drive shaft. But I'm waiting on this slave cylinder still, so I'm kind of hesitant to start finishing anything up. I noticed that this is a cooling thing for the computer doodle there, so I'm going to separate it from this line so that my MAF can go over on this side, so it'll be boosted. I don't have to go to the intake. I could do it through the intake, but I think I'm just going to put a cover on, like one of these turbo guards, kind of like I got for these guys. And then I'm going to put the MAF over here. I'm not sure. I need to do a little reading whether the MAF, if it's okay. I'll put the MAF right there, and then if I end up upgrading stuff, I can, like throttle body intake and mass airflow sensor and stuff, I can do that all just one side with modifying one side of the pipage. I might have to, since this is only 2-inch, I don't know that it makes any sense to go with any bigger over here. I know this is 2.5, so I don't know if that expansion is going to lower the boost when it expands there. So if we're running, I'll have to figure it out. But if we're running, I'll be tapping boost off of this guy right here, boost sensor, so it'll show, I think that's boost. I think that'll, yeah, it'll show what I'm bringing in or shooting out, sorry, but it'll drop a little bit here, especially through the intercooler. So anyway, just stuff that's going through my mind. I got a little more tidy up to do. I got to put belts on, tighten that guy, axles, drive line, and then I mean, in theory I could probably start it, make sure everything's good, but I want to put all these hoses on after I get that clutch, so it's gonna be next weekend before I start it, but not this video for sure. Anyway, that's what we're doing today, just poking around. All right, well, made a little bit of progress. Got this guy tensioned. I put the cover on, but got this guy tensioned. Got my 3 belts on. I had to replace a couple of these because they were, took this off so you can get to the pulley to put this belt on. I just use the old belts. Make fun of me if you want. If I got to replace them, I'll replace them, but they seem to be all right. Got good tension on them. They look good. I took this off because I don't know how much of this I'm going to have to retain. I don't even know what these things are. I'll have to do some research, but I took this heat shield off because I think there's some, like this thing is for the turbo. I think that's the turbo solenoid. Not that I'm going to be using it, but I don't know. I'll figure that out. But started looking at that. Got the, you see down there, got the axle in. Old axles too. Just when I break them, I'll break them. Got those guys in. Got the 5 lug nuts back there in now. I need to tighten this big bolt right here on both sides, but that's why I put the wheel on. Got the drive shaft completely locked down. I had the bolts started, but I never went under there and tightened them, so I got all that. So I think everything underneath the car is good. So now it's like, oh, a couple little things here, and then I can put my downpipe in, which is what I've been kind of waiting on, is get downpipe. I'm going to do 3-inch down, and then I'm going to put a clamp on it, and then I'm going to go to reducer. I'm going to reduce it to, I think this is 2-inch, might be 2.5. It's either 2.5 or 2-inch, but I'm going to reduce it down to the factory stuff until I can get a proper exhaust. I want to do 3-inch all the way out, but until I can get it down to the proper factory, until I can get it up on a lift and, you know, look at what I need to do, I might hold off until I get a lift to finish that. So I don't know. Again, I figure I can put a lift in here, and this is 10-foot ceilings, but if I make a little thing up there somewhere, like up into the ceiling, I don't know what it's called. I might be able to, or up in the attic, I might be able to have a lift that's usable here. Anyway, so the next step is a couple little things here. Look at the turbo lines, and then I'm gonna look at this front end. I think the condenser is messed up on this, so I might order one. I'll check, because if it is, I'll order one tonight so I can get it replaced. But I'll get that back up on there in service mode, you know, where it hangs out back here. And then I can start plugging in stuff, and maybe next weekend I can hear it start on the factory tune, and of course it'll be retarded, so, or it'll be messed up. So but we'll at least hear it run and turn over and stuff. Anyway, that's the goal. All right, that's today. We'll see how much. I got a couple more hours to poke around on. I might do these. I think I'm gonna do these. I think I'm gonna do these lines here. And then I can get that locked down, and then put my exhaust pipe on. All right. Well, I've been called in for dinner, so it's time to go in. I got this cut, kind of placed. This wire is going to get rerouted. I'm probably going to cut the plastic and then just route it up over here. It's the power wire for the battery. There's some slack there, so that'll be fine. That's protecting, down here is protecting a brake line, but it's got plenty of space. And it looks like we're almost hitting that gap where we want to hit, so that's 3-inch. I got the oil lines in. These are in good. The drain's in good. The water lines, I just have to get some rubber hose or something, because I don't know how to put those together. The kit was for a same size motor, but in a Volkswagen, or in a Volkswagen on an Audi, so it had adapters, but they didn't have one for this. So rubber there, and then I got water and oil to the turbo. I just got to put, like, connect this and plug that, and then my clutch, and then close all this stuff up, and it will be good. So there's that. And then I think we can put the front end on, and maybe, well, actually I don't even have to put the front end on, but yeah, we put the front end on, then see if we can start it, see what happens with the run. Anyway, that's about 6 hours worth of work. Just kind of got it all buttoned, just buttoning up little stuff. We'll do some more of that next weekend. Okay, well, finally got the right piece in. This one came from O'Reilly's. It's got the adapter on. I couldn't find the adapter. I was gonna make a piece, but I'm gonna send that other one back. Anyway, got that guy. Got our water hose. This one. At some point that connector came off the end that connects right there. It had it just pushed on there, and then a C-clamp, but the right part is like $10, so there's that. We're gonna get that on. This cover that goes over the CV joint on the passenger side, I believe, we'll put it on, and then I think we're gonna do some cleaning on this and get it just cleaned up a little bit, and get it poked up in there. Yeah, I gotta leave the intercooler piping. This is the stock intercooler piping here. It goes from the turbo over to the other side of the car to the intake. It'd be nice, but take it off. But it's got the front motor mount on there. It's a pretty big, heavy piece. So anyway, we'll get it all cleaned up and then poke it up on there. See what else is broke or missing, as is usual. And that might get us to where we can start plugging up a lot of these hoses and stuff. Well, the clutch will also. I got some plastic pieces here and here that go in, and so we'll get those on, but getting really close. Anyway, yeah, that's what the goal is today, and we'll take a video when we're all done. It's nothing you haven't seen. You don't need no time lapse, I don't think, because that's just silly. But anyway, I got a couple water hoses to put on, as I mentioned before. We'll get those on when we're buttoning everything up, and then we'll be able to start it, I think. Yeah. All right. Got the old condenser off. It was bad, so I got to replace that. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Kind of grody, sitting outside too long. Haven't got these things in yet, but the clutch is in, or the clutch slave cylinder, but I don't have anybody to help me. My wife ain't here to help me bleed it, but I did get some fluid through it, so that solved that problem of it not bleeding. And so I went ahead and started putting oh, and I got the hose on. New hose right there, as you can see. Probably click it on now. I'm ready, but got some of the stuff routed and managed, plugged in. Just putting the stock back on. I am going to try and retain the air conditioning on this, so I'm going to put a new condenser on. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't get in the way of the intercooler. Anyhow, I'll have to draw a really good vacuum on these. They've been sitting around for a while, but I forgot that I was missing this light over here. So missing, or it's broken or whatever. So I'm gonna give you one of those and a condenser ordered, and then I might polish these lights up. I don't know. Later on, I'll polish them up for now. And later on, I might have to put some cooler lights on it. But the goal is really to get her running. So we'll see. So I'm gonna finish buttoning a few of these things up. I got to get my lines down over there. I got a whole bunch of hoses. I think I can find something for this. And then this vacuum line is for this is what they had the charge controller, or I'm sorry, the turbo controller connected to. I think either that one or this one. But I'll plug this guy because it went over to the old turbo setup. And this guy's got an outlet here for a boost thing, so well, might hook something up there. Got a couple lines to plug, and yeah, just poking away, I guess is what I'm saying. Just poking away, getting a little more stuff done. I like to hear it turn over, so get that clutch bled, and I can put these parts in, put the battery in, and turn it over and see what's up. I might just do some silliness like put this guy here at start, just put this guy right, just couple it to this. That way it should get decent breathing regulation, and then we'll see what happens. I don't know. Thought I'd take a quick update. All right. We got it where the key turns the engine over, but just a few times. So you can see there's no oil coming out of the oil, so it hasn't been turned over very much. I've got the coils unplugged, the injectors unplugged. I got the new battery in, got water in it. Oh, as usual, overfilled the power steering pump. We got no obvious leaks. I had the starter wire, I don't know if I can show you this, I had the starter wire on the wrong tap. So I started troubleshooting that, and then once I did that, I was happy that it turned over, but I don't know if you can see that. Hard to tell what you can see, what you can't. But there's a tap there where that yellow connector is connected to. And then there's one on the other side, and I have it on the other side, and it didn't want to activate the starter. So once I fixed that and started turning over, I then hooked up this guy so it would turn it over good. You can see I was trying to troubleshoot because I couldn't figure out why the key wasn't turning it over. Now it's turning over, so I'm just gonna turn it over a few seconds, let it stop, turn it over a few seconds. I don't want to overheat the starter. I got this temporary here, so it's kind of like a naturally aspirated, right? I didn't do the exhaust. Going on vacation in a couple days, so I want to just hear this thing start up, you know, a little bit of motivation. But I want to make sure I get oil to the turbo before doing anything. But I did put these little lines on here and down below, down there. You can see it's right there. Yep. Anyway, everything else is buttoned up, so we'll just give her some turning over and see how it goes. All right, I got tired of waiting. I turned it over a whole bunch of times over, you know, turn it over, then let it rest, and then turn it over and let it rest. Still couldn't get no oil, so we're gonna try and start it. I got the coils in and the injectors plugged in. Everything else is topped off and ready, so we're just gonna try and start it, see if it gets oil up here, and then kill it, and then connect it. Anyway, that's what we're gonna do. So we'll see how it does. I'm going to put this on Super Start. All right, it may make noise because it's got no exhaust, so go ahead. It just killed by itself?
Yep.
All right, let's try it again.
I won't be able to hear you whistle over that.
Yes, you will. Nice job. Nice job. All right, we got oil coming out the turbo doodle, which is good. The turbo didn't get spun up very much. This is really good. Just turned a little bit. We'll be okay there. And now let me tighten this turbo up and we'll start it up again one more time. Sounds like it's running good, huh? Mama? Well, there's the wrench. All right, try it again. Nothing, that's fine. Okay. That's all we wanted to do. Right on. Well, that was a successful first start. Yeah, I got the wheel to the turbo, which is good. It started and ran and made noise, so now we just got to work on exhaust, which is fine. Top off all the fluids, and it's probably running super rich. I'll clear the codes, start it up again and run it and see what happens, and then we'll go from there. It doesn't have this connected. I couldn't figure this out. So anyway, we might need that. That might be why it died when she stepped on the gas a little bit. And, I don't know. It's like the little temporary non-turbo setup might be working okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go see if I can start it myself and see what happens. Top off that. Let's see. All right. I wonder if that vacuum canister thing needs to be on. Seems to idle just fine. Well, as soon as I said that, it doesn't. It does not like to. It doesn't like to accelerate. Right on. I'm happy with that. That's a good year's worth of work. I don't know, sounds good. I think I'll take it out of service mode now. I got everything all hooked up. And throw a couple tire ups on some stuff. I don't need it in service mode or anything, so yeah, pretty happy with that.